Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for December 9th through the 15th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy. The overall energy for the reading, the Emperor. I feel like this is you. You're looking like you're definitely stepping into your power here. There's a drive to you too, so it almost feels like, you know, you're getting stuff done. There's something going on though. There's something going on, but you're keeping steady. And this energy helps you a lot to do that. In the recent past, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords. You might have had to either drop a situation or just walk out from a particular situation. You're showing up clear-minded. You're showing up like, this is what I need to do. It is a painful kind of a situation from what I'm seeing, but it's like, it is what it is. I gotta do this. Okay. If this is you. Could be somebody tied up to you. But in the current situation, the Ten of Wands, the Death card, the Ten of Cups. That's the thing. So I see two very opposite kinds of energies here, but you keep them in check. You keep them in balance. Something's going on here. I'm not sure if it's the grieving process over that situation in the past or if it's something completely different, but it still includes a process of an ending to a situation, and it feels very, very heavy. At the same time, there's those other parts in your life that are beautiful, so it almost feels like you're somehow balanced between the two, where you're not getting caught up in the heaviness of this necessarily. You're kind of taking into consideration everything else that surrounds you, which seems to be quite a nice energy here. So you're keeping it in check somehow. In the immediate future, the Star, the Three of Cups, the Hermit. Everything's going to be okay here. I feel like you want to put something together and you're making it happen. It might take a minute, you know, it's a process, but it's definitely a beautiful energy that's coming through that you seem to be wanting to happen and putting together, and you're going for it. So, all right, let's do the Emperor. The King of Pentacles, the Fool, the Seven of Swords. This is coming in very, very interesting. It might not have been a situation that you walked away from in that way that, you know, you would normally think. It could be that all hands are off, you do whatever you want to do, kind of a thing. Because this energy, I don't even know if it's yours. Is it? It could be. I'm getting, there's two sides to this that I'm getting. For some of you, this could be a paternal figure kind of a thing where you needed to just accept that they're going to do whatever they're going to do and, you know, release all control and all expectation and all, like, okay, you do you, whatever you need to do, even if I don't agree with it, it's on you, kind of a deal. Or this is your energy, but again, because you're coming in as very secure within yourself, very balanced, you are making the decision to, again, kind of release something. Just like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to go in the opposite direction of this, you know? So there's those two sides to this. I don't know why it struck me when I clarified, especially as the first version of this, the paternal figure, where you're like, I gotta accept that you're still gonna make your choices, your own choices, and there's nothing I can do about it, you know, whether I like it or not. So it's coming through a little bit like that. But let's see here. The Three of Swords. Very heavy energies here. I do feel like it's more of a connected energy to you rather than you. For the Three of Swords, the Emperor, the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely one of those energies. You made your bed, you're gonna lie in it, and your bed looks very ugly and it sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it. This is somebody you care about deeply. And the choices they're making, but at the end of the day, it's still their choices. You know what I mean? And you had to reach that conclusion as well, and I feel like eventually you did. Because you might have gotten affected a lot by the choices they made for themselves. So let's do the Seven of Swords. The Devil, the Knight of Cups, the Strength card. Yeah, because you're not just, turning your back, like, you do whatever you gotta do, I don't give a shit anymore. No. It's very loving. It's very loving and freeing for you especially to do that, to accept that there's nothing you can do, you nor anybody but the person that's dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing. So that's definitely you kind of just releasing this sense of control or sense of needing to tell them this and that and the other. And it's like, you can still tell them, but without any kind of expectation tied up to it. Because you are doing it from a place of love. It's not like you turn your back and all of a sudden you don't love them anymore. No, you still love them. You still love them. The acceptance part over something like this is the hardest. But eventually, I feel like you got there. Because what are you going to do? Let's do the Queen of Swords. Three of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords. Also taking it as I failed miserably at this a little bit. So there's not complete acceptance over this, because it's like, no, you didn't fail at anything. You actually, you didn't. It's quite the opposite, that you fall into this place of acceptance rather than, but if you took it as a failure, then that tells me that there's not a sense of complete acceptance over it. You're heartbroken that you can't do more. I can understand those things, because it is heartbreaking depending on the situation, that ultimately all you can do is take that step back and let someone make their own decisions and live their own lives. No matter how close they are to you, no matter. And it's a roller coaster of emotions. When you have to deal with something like this, it's pretty charged up in there, in the past there. But I feel like all of this developed over quite a stretch of time. So I hope you didn't have to go through all of this little bit of roller coaster fast. I don't think so. In the current situation for the Ten of Wands, you get the World card, the Judgment card, the Nine of Pentacles. It's the way you're dealing with things right now, and I'm not completely sure we're talking about the same situation, we might, but it does feel like you're lighter, you're more secure within yourself, so the acceptance level definitely increased big time, where you're looking like there's a different understanding to things at this moment in time. You might not take this as a failure anymore. You did in the past potentially, but right now it's like there's a sense of you stepping into your power and just kind of giving it all to the universe, being like, universe, whatever happens, happens. I hate this freaking bubble of, look at this. It's just a little tiny, and I know where it's coming from. But I'm like, dude, right on my face, right in my eye. Let's do the Death card. For the Death card, in the current situation, you get the Hangman, the Empress, the Page of Swords. This is a very long process. I don't think it's yours. I think it involves you. I think you're part of it, but on the side of it. I think it's somebody else's process. But it's a very long one and very heavy one. And this is you navigating through it. And you've gotten to a point in which self-preservation is the key. You know how to protect yourself so that you don't fall into that process yourself and feel the heaviness of it as if it's yours, because it's not. You can only create space for this, and this is what I feel like you're trying to do, you know. This is someone very, very close to you, I feel like. Let's do the 10 of Cups. In the current situation, you get the Page of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Swords. As far as everything else goes in your life, where things are looking pretty up there, good, you're doing something there. I can't tell what you're doing, but you're doing something there. There's some contribution on your part to, especially the close to home aspect, you know, that kind of carries a sense of happiness there, and everything is good there as far as I can see. Whatever you're doing, you're kind of overthinking sometimes, you know. Whatever contribution you're bringing here, it carries a little bit of too much thought at times. But it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a big deal necessarily. Let's do the Star. In the immediate future, you get the 4 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit. There's a sense of evolution here. There's a sense of growth, potentially tied up to work, or maybe someone you're working with, because I do see a sense of partnership here. And there's something cooking. There's something really, really nice coming together. And you're really stubborn about this path, which is telling me that most of your focus might be here on, again, a project, work, whatever it is. But it's a good kind of an energy. It's a solid, grounded, and a really nice energy, really positive. Let's do the 3 of Cups. In the immediate future, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. I'm going back. I feel like this is maybe this in the current where there's a little bit of overthinking. I feel like it's a potential romantic situation. This could be a significant other kind of a situation where, again, 98% of it shows up as being fine. The 2% is like, something's up there. And then you're giving me this other, this is one of your reading, this is one of those readings where you send me in all sorts of directions. And then you're giving me this that applies to something you're working on a personal level. Then you're giving me back to that a sense of heaviness over it. Like there's a sense of stumbleness. There's a sense of, okay, yeah, no, we're moving forward, but man, we're dragging our feet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, where's that coming from? Because in here, it's flawless. In there, that's a long process. You've been working on it. You're at different stages with it. It's kind of a normal growth through it. This, you're giving me the stumbleness. And I'm like, where the hell is it coming from? And why is it here? Let's do the Hermit. In the immediate future, you get the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups. This is a time in which normally when I see these energies lined up like this, I would say you're taking a break here. Either you're going on a vacation, or I don't know what you're doing, but you're recharging your batteries. And then you're coming out of that pretty fresh and ready to go, you know? So this would be well advised. I think you're doing it though. I don't know if you have it planned already, but once you do this and then come out of this, I don't see the stumbleness anymore. So it could be that something is in the way for you personally, which kind of, for some reason, complicates things a little bit, tied up to this close relationship you have with someone. But then once you do this, I see it vanishing. You may need a vacation. You may need a break. Again, the way this is looking, it's almost looking like it's already planned. You know, oh yeah, I am, or we are taking a vacation, you know, in January or something. You know what I mean? It does look like a sense of restoration, and then all of the energies that are looking a little, they disappear. They're out of the picture. So, vacation time, I guess. Yeah, no, everything's fine here. Everything's fine. It's just a little here and there. And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's gone. From the universe, you get the King of Swords, the Sun, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I like your attitude because you're coming at pretty much everything with an attitude of, you know what, at the end of the day, it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. It's going to be better than fine because I'm going to make sure of that. So I kind of like that you have this kind of an attitude because it definitely helps with a lot of things here. And there's not really a lot to worry about in this reading. If anything, this is the bigger process that started the reading, but I feel like this kind of started happening quite a while ago, and now you're still kind of in the midst of this process. It's an ongoing one, but you've got a pretty tight handle on it, you know. Anything else is just little things here and there, but again, a vacation might fix all that. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.